Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Blues 1975. YouTubers on the rise, reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Blues 1975.
This is Alien Storm on the Amstrad CPC, released by US Gold in 1991 and developed by Teartex. So it's basically going to be rubbish, but I have not played this version. Obviously it was an arcade machine by Sega, released in 1990. I think it used the same game engine as Golden Axe, but don't quote me on that. And it's a very sort of similar style, but it's more of a run and gun. More of a running gun beat 'em up, because you've got weapons, but the combat feels very similar to Golden Axe. I'm pretty sure you know what Alien Storm is. I've played on absolutely everything. I've compared the Mega Drive to the arcade version. Let's change these controls, and I'll redefine. It's a really, really good version, but like Sega did with a lot of their ports back then, which I wasn't a fan of, but apparently I'm the only person, because other people are a fan of, is they weren't true arcade ports. Like E-Swap, you know, and Shadow Dancer. I just wish they would have gone the route of the arcade. I was fine with it being a less powerful machine, but yeah, so Alien Storm is in that camp as well. Now, if you look at, because you work for the Alien Busters, if you look on the van in the arcade intro, before obviously the game starts, then you will see that there are pictures from, I do like this screen here. There are pictures from Alien Syndrome, so I'm assuming it's set in the same universe. Anyway, massive hit in the arcades, big hit on the Mega Drive. And yeah, so US Gold and Teartex, they were basically US Gold's in-house development team, weren't they? Because music's alright as well. How quickly they could chuck stuff out, which is probably why they kept them around, but also probably why most of their stuff sucked. But this was released on the Spectrum. I have a gameplay of that. It's a very messy looking game, released on the Commodore 64. I don't know if I've played that released on this. This is generally my first time playing it, so I'm quite eager to see what it looks like. And the Amiga and the Atari ST, which are very small, if you know what I mean, if you look at, compare them sprite size to the Mega Drive version. But this, don't know. Right, so let's get into it. So it's 6 levels, left to right scrolling action, and then obviously halfway through the stages you go into a first person shoot enemies with a crosshair kind of stage thing, and I really like that. It really mixed things up. It's great in the arcade and it's great on the Mega Drive. Right, one. There we go. Right, so the most alien killing badass name ever, Gordon. Scooter and Carla, or she's called something else in other versions, not sure why, but yeah, the bottom left hand corner, life would be, well, my life, and energy would be, is that a life gauge? I don't know. Or is that to do with my super weapon? Because you have a super weapon, you have limited amounts where you know, a clear the screen weapon, but where a ship would fly in and shoot everyone on screen. I'm pretty sure on the Spectrum version the screen just flashed, but anyway, right, so Gordon it is. Oh, so your energy isn't full from the start, so don't know. Also, Gordon's picture is Elvis. Right, anyhow, it's not part of the Spectrum version, it's clearly mode 0. Alright, you cheeky bastard, which I'll take. Why can't I kill him? That's my clear the screen weapon, in case you were wondering. Alien Storm on the right would be where the other players, you know, information would go, but I'm really no mates. And also, yeah, Scotland's not amazing, but what was that? It's got the moves then from the arcade, but it's alright graphics. It's not the best, I'm not gonna lie, but it's alright graphics. It's a lot cleaner, believe it or not, even with chunky sprites, than the Spectrum version. Shooting your enemy seems to apparently be a bit fucking awkward. Right, so what, energy and health is going down. I don't know what's going on. I do know that it's bloody hard to shoot the enemy. It's like the game decides when you can do it, or when it wants you to do it. Anyway, right. Don't have a dash, you should have a dash. Okay, Yeah, so it's not the best graphics I've ever seen on the Amstrad, but it's certainly not the worst. And here's the thing, if you were a massive fan of the arcade game and this was the only way you could play it, then, well, at least you know what arcade game you're playing. You can't shoot anyone in it, but... Right. I'm doing that. Down, forward and fire is roll. He did that though because... Well, I can't kill him. Alien dude's going to come out of things in here? Yeah, cool. I do like that. I do like the mechanic more, obviously, in the arcade. How the aliens, you know, commandeer earthly items, if you will. Don't they do like a parasite thing on some of the... NPCs, probably a very strong descriptive term for things in this game. In the arcade, obviously, because there are no sort of, you know, but like in Golden Axe, when you see the villagers and stuff like that, there should be, but there aren't in this, I imagine, because it was probably a bit too much for the game to handle. Why does someone always have to phone when I'm playing a fucking game? Right. Well, to be fair, I don't answer the phone in this house, because it's not for me, and even if it is for me, I tell everyone I know, don't phone the house phone. I'm not fucking answering it. Right. Sorry, random. And apologies for the background noise. I do live in the busiest road on the West Country. Right, so yeah, it's Alien Storm. It's better than the Spectrum version. Would I say it's better than the Master System version? Don't know. I can't recall if I've played that. I probably have. Right. Right, that's all three of those gone. But it seemed to work. Oh, what's that? Oh, he's still there. Is he still? Yeah. He's still an enemy. Okay, so there is some attention to detail for the source material in this. Are you going to come alive? Why have I still got... That was 4. I'm going to... It's my energy! Energy is your super weapon. Don't recall it being like that in the arcade or any other version. I thought I was going to say it was a hack ROM for a minute. I want to at least get... There we go, we're going inside a building, and we should have the first person stage. Spectrum had it, so I would have thought this would have it. I mean, it must do. Why have we gone up to a building? There you go, mission 1 stage 2. Okay, that's kind of cool. At least it's in here. I mean, this isn't the worst I've ever seen for tier text, to be fair, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, people could have obviously just said, nah, this is a bit too much to do, and left it out. But it's in here. And it doesn't play terribly. The aliens are more akin to mutants from the bottom of the sea. Look, half fish, half shark, man. Yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, and obviously you can destroy stuff because you would find health. Whether that's going to be in here, don't know. Obviously this stage is more so than the arcade game itself. Well, it's an arcade game, so it's made to make money. It requires 2 of you, basically, so you don't get completely butt screwed. I'm not sure where the energy drinks are coming from. Oh, I wouldn't want to live in a world where you've got sustenance from Red Bull. I've only ever had 1 Red Bull in my life. Ah, no, that's not true. I've had 1 carbonated Red Bull from the UK in my life when it first came out and just went, not for me. And then when I lived in Canada, because I had to go to the office on a day when I wasn't supposed to be working with an absolutely huge hangover, my boss at the time gave me the then Canadian version of Red Bull, which came in like medicine bottles, and good press space to continue apparently, and isn't carbonated and was really syrupy. And I think I took a swig and then it stayed in my drawer for the next 4 years. Again, random tangent, but it's me, what do you expect? That was quite cool. I like that. I'm impressed that they put it in there. Yeah, they didn't have to, but then having said that, they did on the Spectrum as well. So I might have to I might have played the Commodore version, but I might have to check it out now. Yeah, clean squaring? Clean squaring. So yeah, they made an effort because look, he's got like a pistol and he's got like a rocket launcher that comes off his back and aims at the floor. And also, I can do that. So his full move, that's a very strong descriptive term, I am aware. Move set list is in the game. There you go, that's his rocket. No, it's not his rocket launcher. I'm getting twatted from behind by him. This is where these games are cheap, mind. When you're stuck in the middle, I'm going to have to use that. Cool, that's in there. See, I would say they've played the arcade game. They're familiar with the source material. So, you know, opinions? Yeah, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's better than the Spectrum version. I can say that. I'm just cheating using that now. The problem is shooting your enemy is a bit hit or miss. But they clearly seem to have represented all the enemy types from the arcade. We do have the first person shooting stages and stuff like that. It is simultaneous to play if you should so wish. I would have liked in-game music. These are all first world problems, but yeah, this is alright. This is alright. If I was a massive fan, as I said at the start of this video, but if I was a massive fan of the arcade machine back in the day and this was the only way I could play it, I would have been happy. I definitely would have been happy. It's a shame I can't get Golden Axe, which is not by US Gold, I'm aware of that, but obviously a very similar game as well, I'm mentioning it. I can't get that to work on the Amstrad CPC because I'd like to see what that port's like, because the other 8-bit ports are pretty Jim Dandy. Cheap! But yeah. Also, check out the box art for this. Check out the box art. It's like a 3D painted model. Not the actual box, but the cover art. And it's absolutely fantastic. They did it a couple of times, I think, US Gold. But yeah, Alien Storm on the Amstrad. I'd give it a C-. Because yes, I've just decided I've got a rating system now that I'm never going to use again. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you played this back in the day and you were a massive fan of the arcade. Thank you very much for watching. Cheap! And I'll see you later. Die, you fucker! See that? Thank you!